All right, beginners, let's find out what day it is. If you don't know already, yesterday was what? Yesterday was Monday, which means today is Tuesday. Excellent job. And that leaves tomorrow to be Wednesday. Perfect. We are still in the month. Oops, someone wants to fall there. We are still, I don't fall, it's okay. If he falls, that's fine. We are still in the month of September. It is Tuesday the 29th, 2020. Now, I actually said Thursday is our last day, but my calendar was completely off. I'm living in another month. All right, our last day of September is actually what? On Wednesday, so tomorrow, because tomorrow is what, Wednesday? It's our last day. Tomorrow is not Wednesday, tomorrow is Tuesday. Haha, I tricked you again. All right. Wednesday is our last day of what? Of September before we move on to October. All right, we are still in the season of fall. The weather is still pretty warm and it is still pretty sunny. Moving on to our calendar, go ahead and sing with you. Clear our throats. All right, let's sing together. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. These are the months of the year. All right, and before moving on to our devotional, let's go and do our poem together. Say it with me. Shout for joy to the Lord, all the earth. Worship the Lord with gladness. Come before him with joyful songs. Know that the Lord is God. It is he that made us, and we are his. We are his people, the sheep of his pasture. Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him and praise his name. Excellent job. We are getting better at this. I feel every day we practice. Okay, so yesterday we did our God's wisdom for little girls. Today we are going to do our God's wisdom for little boys and girls. All right, and it is God's little child is wise. What is wise? Let's see if they tell us in just a second. Do you want to grow up and be a wise man? Do you want to be smart? God says you can. Just seek out God's truth throughout your days, and you will be wise and follow his ways. So let's see. Did you think that wise meant smart? Because it said you want to be wise, but it said you want to be smart. So smart is what? If we study hard, we could learn a lot of things and we could be smart. But wise, being wise, wisdom, is knowledge that only God can give you. It helps you make good choices. And not just okay choices, but great choices, all right? Because there's one thing to be smart, but it's another thing to have wisdom. So is wisdom good? Wisdom is great, but can we just study really hard and be wise? No, wisdom is something that God has to give you. All right, so it says, do you want to grow up and be a wise man? Do you want to be smart? God says you can. Just seek out God's truth throughout your days. What does that mean, to seek out God's truth throughout your days? Does it mean pray whenever you remember and, oh, thanks God, bye? No. It means what? Seek him out throughout all your days. That means, wow, God, I have this question. Let me ask you what this question is. Why is it we have seasons? You know, it's praying to him constantly, spending time with God, reading his word. All right, you will be wise as you follow his ways. What does that mean? Does that mean we just learned about the 10 Commandments on Monday? So do you think we're wise if we know that God has given us 10 Commandments, but we choose to break all the 10 Commandments and live our lives the way we want to? No, that's not wisdom at all. All right, it's choosing to what? Follow the way that God has shown us, which is what we have to do to know the way, to know God's way, to read his word. Yes. All right, and our verse is Proverbs 18:15. The mind of a smart person is ready to get knowledge. The wise person listens to learn more. Let me say that again. The mind of a smart person is ready to get knowledge. So look at Let's see. Someone who wants knowledge, they're smart because they're ready to what? They're like we learned the other day, they're eager. They want to know more. They're ready. They're excited. They're ready to know what God has in store for them. And then it goes on to say, a wise person listens to learn more. So a wise person, do you think they're like, school's out, the teacher's talking, but I'm done for the day? No, they want to learn more. They're ready to what? To be wise, to receive knowledge. All right, so this is today's devotional, and this is our little picture right here. Can you see it? Right there. All right, there's a little boy, and it says God's wisdom, and he's reading a book with his little puppy. And look at, do you think that's the only book no, look at, he spends his day studying. There's another story here about Noah and Abraham and David. And look at, he has a little globe like we do. He's probably he's wanting to study God's word and know what God has in store for him. He wants to seek out wisdom. All right, so this is for today's devotional, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, mañana.